KUVA, how's it going, man?
Mate?
Oh, it's going really well here. Thank you, lads. Yeah, it was a bit of an incident earlier, wasn't it? But tried to ad-lib it for you to
You've done well. You've done well,
Stepped
KUVA.
in admirably, I think everyone can say. He's done a sterling job.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you.
adaptable. Very adaptable.
What an enjoyable day all round, though. Otherwise, the feel-good factor with Conte's continuing. You can see it in the players. The fans are happy. We're going home with big smiles on our faces from the grounds, watching the game on TV. You're not nervous like you used to be. It's a relaxing watch at the moment. It's what we haven't seen for a long time. I think the only drawback on the game for me was Tanganga, and that's not disrespectful to him. It's just I simply think he can't play that wing back role. He is looking like a centre back.
Yeah.
I still think he's got a big future with us. Just not at wing back. It's more likely would make something out of a sort of Bergwijn type character there, because it's somebody with a bit of pace, bit of trickery, and can cross the ball. Other than that, it's all just happening. The only concern I have will be is going to be injuries. When you see Højbjerg pull up with a bit of a strain, and we realise
I think he just got hit in the goalies, really.
Oh well, let's hope it's that. I mean, it's only a question of time before he's going to get worn out, though, if he has to play all the games up until Christmas.
True.
That is the real concern for me, because it makes you wonder how much are we going to go for this Conference Cup on Thursday, because that's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, and we know Reguilon picked up an injury today. Conte is saying today that he spoke to Reguilon and they both believe it's not a bad injury. Reguilon tweeting out that he's only going to be out in a few days, and everyone should not take him out of his FPL team. But how do you approach the game on Thursday with because Sessegnon's suspended? So do you play Davis there? Who are you thinking about playing at left wing back on Thursday?
It's an interesting one saying Davis there, isn't it? Because we wouldn't have dreamed that a few weeks ago. No chance. No, I have a feeling perhaps we should give Brian Hill a chance. It's a difficult one because we are lacking that sort of natural cover in positions. If Reguilon is injured, well, hopefully he's not. But if he is and Sessegnon's suspended, Ben Davies is not a natural sort of pacey player, is he? You wouldn't put him as an out-and-out winger. So the wing-back role really does favour that, especially in Conte's system. It is an attacking outlet. He's doing that attacking outlet from the left side of the centre halves, which is really amusing at times. But we've got a problem with squad depth. That's what's going to derail this Conte project at the moment. That's why January is so important. The introduction of just sort of three hard-working midfielders can cover a couple of positions. It's going to make a big difference. Kane, I thought, it was starting to look more like his old self today. There's one particular bit that grabbed me. It's like the classic sort of Harry Kane, where he gets the ball when he's under pressure, and he sort of does that thing a horse does when he doesn't want a rider on it, just sort of shrugs them off, and then powers forward with it from outside the area, gets his shot away. And I was just thinking to myself, couple of seasons ago, that shot would have nestled in the bottom corner, and everybody would have been going, "What a great goal!" But today, unfortunately, it was straight at the keeper. I think the signs are there. He's on his way back, though. He's looking sharper than he has been. Long road back for him this season, because he's got a lot of things to make up for in a lot of fans' eyes, and his own standards are dropped. He's not going to be happy with how he's performed. He's going to want goals.
Yeah, so, spot on.
It's all there. It's all there. Lucas Moura, I've been harsh on him. I've been very harsh on him because I think we should have been getting a lot more from him. I've always criticised him for not lifting his head. I don't know about anybody else, but I felt he was looking up a lot more when he was on the ball today. Much better awareness of who's around him when making the passes. I thought he had a very good game. He sort of just edged it for man of the match for me. Ben Davies definitely worth a shout, because that was not a Ben Davis we recognise. Even when he first came,
get used to it, KUVA. Get used to it, my friend.
Oh, it's brilliant. I mean, the more players that Conte can bring forward and do this, the better. Because we can't buy up everybody in January. So
talking of Lucas Moura, KUVA, you mentioning him, what did you make of Conte's quotes about Lucas after the game, talking about how with his quality he expects him to be scoring a lot more goals? Is that something you expect from Lucas, or do you think we're ever going to get a consistent final product from him?
Well, yeah, I mean, this is one of the conversations we've had before. Lots of us, well, if not all of us. Personally, I think Lucas Moura's got the skill set to be one of the best players in the world. It's just we haven't seen it enough. He's not been consistent enough with that split second before he makes the decision to either pass it or shoot. And if Conte can get him into that mindset where that split second of calmness just before he makes his decision, we could be seeing a lot more goals. We could be seeing a lot more assists from him because the talent is definitely there. We all know this. Managers have often raved about how good he is in training and how much better than a lot of the other players he is technically. And we've seen the dribbling. If he can put it all together and just get that final product, we've got a hell of a player on our hands.
Definitely. And finally, these last 3 games, there's probably games where you really expect us to win at home to Leeds, Brentford and Norwich today. Next 4 games, a bit sterner tests in Brighton away, Leicester away, Liverpool at home and Palace at home. After those 4 games, will we really see where we're at? And how many points are you expecting?
They're a lot tougher games, aren't they? That little set. I wouldn't expect anything from the Liverpool game, to be honest. But
yeah.
It's a test to see how far we've come just developing the current squad that Conte's been working on. If we nicked a point against Liverpool, I'm really confident about getting top 4 then. But with in terms of the other teams coming up, Leicester, of course, aren't quite the same as they have been in recent seasons. Still a good side, still a lot of quality in their team. But I'll keep looking at them and thinking, is that the one that's going to trigger Harry Kane? Because he loves scoring against Leicester.
Yeah, that's what Brian Daigle said.
Yeah, it's true. The other ones, Brighton could be tricky. They play a very good game. They've become a little bit more solid this season. They seem to be condensing the midfield more, sort of pressing more in midfield at the expense of creating chances. They're relying on being more clinical up front. It seems to be working for them this season, but it also makes them harder to break down. So that could be a tricky game for us. Again, they're another squad though that's if they have a few injuries, they're paper thin as well. They won't be the same. So with a bit of luck, they'll have a busy few weeks ahead of them too, with the Christmas period coming up. Perhaps it will take its toll on them too. Who was the other ones? So the big one I'll keep looking at is that West Ham game on the 22nd. I mean, that's the one where I want to see us really make our mark before Christmas. If we can do them over and just claim our place in the semi-finals, it's going to take a lot of their confidence away from them. And what a boost for us it will be. Bit of revenge through to the semi-finals of the Cup, something to wave in front of their face. And at that point, maybe we've nicked the fourth place spot off them as well. It'll be nice to wave at West Ham on their way down while we're on the way up.
That would be nice. That would definitely be nice. But KUVA, absolutely brilliant call as always. Thanks for the bit of presenting you did in the pre-match pump up as well.
Unplanned presenting.
What's that?
Glad to help.
Unplanned, yeah. But KUVA, thanks so much for coming on, and we'll see you soon, buddy.
Sean Butler says guest of the week.
Guest of the week.
Yeah, we sort of held the fort for a little bit there, didn't we? Sure. Okay. Cheers, lads. Anyway.
Thanks, KUVA.
Cheers, mate.